Hello everybody and welcome back to another Thursday Thought. Today, we're going to talk about the fact that love for something changes. And by that I mean, when I think about how excited I was and how much I loved horses as a little girl compared to how much I love horses now and I'm excited about horses, it's not that it's any less or more, it's almost just like a whole different thing altogether. I just remember I was so excited to have my very own horse, so ready to have my very own horse, and horse lessons were just not even enough for me. I had to have my own horse. That's what I wanted. And I just remember as a kid, like, I bought stuff early. I bought a tack box. Not a tack box, a brush box. I bought a halter and lead rope before I even knew what kind of horse I was getting. I had all this stuff early. My parents bought me this leather halter when I was like 6 and these clip-on split reins. They had no idea like what I needed. They weren't horse people, but those were like the most awesome things ever. And I just remember that I was just so passionately excited about it. And I have had a very active imagination, and I just remember I would walk around with that lead rope in the air, and it was like I was pretending like I was walking my horse around for the first time, and just imagining what that feeling felt like to walk around with your own horse and to walk around with your, like, it's mine, it's my horse. And that to me was just such an exciting thing to look forward to. I remember the first time that I ever saw a horse for sale, and I would look in. We used to have, and I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the Iwana paper. My dad would get one every once in a while. I'd ask him to, or I'd be like, here's some money, like some of my allowance money. Can you buy me an Iwana? Because a lot of times there was a horse section where they were selling horses, or they were selling like saddles and stuff. And I just remember reading those little ads, and I would circle the ones that I really liked or the ones I was really interested in. And this was at like 5, 6, 7, 10 years old. I'm really truly thinking, I'm gonna get a horse. I'm gonna get a horse. If I circle these, I'll be able to come back and buy this horse when I have enough money. Like, I was obsessed, is a mild way to put it. And I was so excited about it, and it was just all the jittery, giddy. And then I got my first horse, and that was a whole new experience. You couldn't keep me away from the barn. If I could have driven, I would have been up there more. I wasn't quite old enough to drive yet. I just remember spending entire days in the summer up there. It was only 5 minutes from my house, the barn was. And I remember the first time I went to my first horse show with Buddy, and how exciting it was to be like, this is my horse at my first horse show. Like, it was just a whole thing. Like, I didn't even enter a horse show until I had my own horse, which was crazy to me. Part of me, I don't know if any of y'all are like this, but to me, it was like, why am I going to show on a horse that's not even mine? I didn't have really a passion to show on a horse that wasn't mine, really. And so it was like, I don't know. And when I got my first horse, it was like, I can't wait to go to a show with my horse. And it was so exciting, and it just continued to be exciting. And it's not that the excitement left, because I still love my horses and I'm still excited to see them. It's just a more matured way of looking at it. Back then, I didn't think of the fact that horses could have so many issues. There are so many things you have to think about when it comes to horses. Just like in my last Thursday Thought, we talked about horses are a lot. And it wasn't that necessarily deterred me from what I love to do with my horses. But it's funny because, honestly, when I knew I had something to do, that I was doing something important for them, not just having them around, I was actually working to do things for them to make them better or to improve their health or doing different things like that, it almost was like even more exciting for me, because it was like a more involvement with my horses. And so it's just become a more almost like serious look at it. Like, it's exciting and I love it. And I just imagine that one day this is my hope anyway, is that one day that my full-time job is taking care of horses and doing stuff with horses. Because to me, like, just thinking about it, I get that same excited feeling, just like when I was a kid, that butterfly feeling when I was younger, thinking about how much I was excited about horses. And I think back to when I was a little kid, and I think about how if I knew what I was going to be doing or where I was going to be today, I would be like, wow, that is so cool. I get to have horses. I get to go visit them all the time. I get to see them every day. Like, that is just something that I think about. I wish I could tell my younger self, like, you're so close. Don't give up. But know that once you have them, you're having to take care of them all the time, and it's going to be a lot. And it's a lot different than just being like, oh, I have a horse. But it was worth it to me. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my life and into the excitement of horses. I feel like a lot of times we have those excitements about other things in life, not just horses. I remember when I knew I was going to be buying a truck and I was going to be looking for a truck, and it was taking too long because I'm the kind of person who's like, as soon as I decide I want to do something, I just want to go ahead and get it over with. Not get it over with, but, you know, I want to go ahead and accomplish it. I like to be timely and, like, I want to do it, finish it in the same thought. And so when I decided I wanted a truck, it was torture having to wait for the opportunity to set up my vehicle so I could sell it, and then waiting for the opportunity to find a truck that fit all of my criteria. I just remember driving home in my Honda Pilot, imagining what it was like if I was in a big truck or things like that. Like, I have seriously the craziest imagination, and I get very obsessive when I have a goal in mind. I have a very one-track mind. Once I've decided to do something, it is like nothing is going to deter me from getting to that one goal, and I will plow through it. And it gets on my family's nerves because sometimes they're like, okay, you got to be patient. There are steps to take. I'm like, yeah, whatever. We can just try to skip whatever we don't have to do, okay? Let's just skip to the good part. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.